Yes, we are. Okay. Alright, for this video, I don't like doing these, but there needs to be something that as I can't get my words out of this one. Right. Okay. Serious business. I have commented on Heartprogress on a few things, and certain members have come to my attention, and I have put the awareness out of who these members are. First one is James Carter. Don't worry about too much about James Carter, as sort of weird and troll-like as he is. He's just a white knight and bit of a patsy. He thinks that he's sticking up for a minority that are so discriminated against, that'll be paedophiles, and therefore is wanting to do right by them and look like some sort of, I don't know, hero or moving progression. But what James Carter doesn't realise is who actually is in Heartprogress, because in Heartprogress there is no, or at least not many, virtuous paedophiles, if such a thing even exists. Heartprogress, or links to, is full of actually real high risk offenders and already have offended, and some of their logic is just so fucked up beyond words. Now, like I say, don't worry about him, he's just a figurehead. Heartprogress was shut down. It's now been put back up again, this time not by Ernst Pervy Ernie Steiner and the dodgy possible, I mean this isn't dead facts, but the possible Taunton Green Party MP Clive Martin. It's looking like it is him, but you want that crossed T and dot I. But sorry, I'm using the old camera that goes out of focus and clicks, but I need my phone to show you a few things. So I've covered Hypersonic as well. Hypersonic is a paedophile that basically thinks that if he identifies as a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old or whatever, then it's okay for him to, you know, have a relationship with young children in that manner, because, you know, he's a 4-year-old too, 10-year-old, he's not a paedophile, no. So, okay, that one's a bit weird and twisted, so I covered that one. The next one I suddenly come across was, what's his name? JENNYLOVER83. Now this guy has various profiles, and he is the one that scares me the most, almost, and I'm sure he's getting a hard on over the fact I've just said that. It is not a girl, it is a guy. The real name, he's got several names, and what is his real name, it dead on comes to something else. You'll have to speculate and work out where he is. But what I want is for the authorities to keep an eye on this one, because this one has already offended, or is certainly going to offend pretty soon as an opportunist, because at first I thought he talked a good talk. Remember, if you're a paedophile, it's not your fault. I do have sympathy for you. That must be fucking hell. But where all of them, or a lot of them, seem to go wrong is that they are proud of it, and they think it's right, and it's okay, and it's all society's fault that children get hurt. They only get hurt because we tell them they're getting hurt. Yeah, I know. What logic? I mean, you'll justify in any way or form to get your hold of your fucking prepubescent kid, won't you? So yeah, that is a sort of mentality. So he had me on the terms of, you know, I had problems coping, it made me depressed and all the rest of it. But now I embrace it. I'm proud of it. I'm gonna do it. It's right. It's not right, okay? This is why paedophiles get such a rough time, because they don't take ownership of their problem, you know? And try everything they can, coping methods to not offend. Anyway, let's go through who he is and what he does as much as I sort of can in my half amateurish way. And I would like to reference you to other videos that might cover this. They'll do a much better job than I do. Honeybee, I think, is one YouTuber that covers this in such a much better light than I do. But the only reason why I am covering them is because I've interacted with them. They've come to me, you know, and said they're crap. And made me feel sick, violently sick. So yeah, anyway, so this guy, JENNYLOVER83 is his profile, and his profile is of an adult hand and a young child's hand clasping it, okay? Very cute. And basically it goes like this. His name is Daniel Gaithers, I can't pronounce it, but his other aliases are also known as Nick Martinez, and he's also known as Jamie Siracusana on his Facebook. So it's either Daniel Gaither, Nick Martinez, and Jamie Siracusana. Okay? 3 aliases. I wonder why you need 3 aliases. I wonder. So, yeah, there you go. Let's go to some of his tweets and stuff. Now, remember, I'm not on Twitter and never will be. These are purely gathered by going onto Google and typing in his name. So he is well known. Now, he had a website up a couple of years back, and it seemed all innocent at first. But what he was doing was pretty much advocating prostituting his own very, very young 1-year-old child out. I kid you not. And you haven't got me fooled, okay? I hope you got investigated for this, and I hope everything is okay now, and, you know, whatever, and your kids are being left off you or whatnot. But I saw the picture of your child in the playgroup with lots of, you know, ink on them, paint on them and that. But I saw the bruises you were covering up, or what looked like bruises. They suspiciously looked like bruises. Now, I could be wrong, but this is how baby Peter fell foul, you know, taking the kid to a doctor's with chocolate all over their face, and the social worker also seeing the kid, not cleaning the kid up to have a proper examination. Anyway, let's read some of his weird, sick tweets. Oh God, this is a minefield. I mean, fair play, this is Mrs. Magnitude that's done all the work on this, and I have just let her go for it, and she's had a look. It's pretty bad. So the first one is quite a simple one. Paedophilia is a sexual orientation, not a crime. We can't prove sex with children does harm them unless it is without consent. These are the bullshit myths. A 4-year-old can get 26 orgasms with 12 hours of sexual intercourse. Let me just sink in, yeah. Heartprogress, our mission to fight for LBGT. I love the way they try and buddy up to LBGT, it's funny. So, Daniel Gaither. You want to see a picture of him, huh? Here's your picture of your man. Alright. Let's come out of that. What's this one say? Healthy societies must accept paedophilia is a reality amongst us. It is a reality amongst us, right? And so you should be like trying to fucking go to counselling, anything to stop harming kids, basically, because you are harm. With child sexual touch without adult interference, the centre can mainly focus on sexual deprivation. Oh my god, right, this guy, here we know, this is where it gets worrying, okay? I would be interested in creating a childcare centre where children of all ages may engage in masturbation without shame and consensual. Child with child sexual touch without adult interference. This centre would mainly focus on the sexual development of minors. Do you see where I'm going now? This guy is fucking dangerous. It's funny because they blame Trump. Ernst Steiner. I know, right? These Trump supporters are the real monsters. They're not only rape apologists, they're rape enablers. Daniel replies, I don't understand how someone could support an unstable, bigot, sexual predator and compulsive liar. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so someone writes to him, children are not legally able to give consent. Sex without consent is, by definition, rape. So as I said before, you're okay with raping kids. He replies, sexual intercourse with children can benefit boys and even serve mentoring function. Dudes make me sick. I mean, that one about a 4-year-old can get 26 orgasms with 12 hours of sexual intercourse. How would you know this, Daniel? How would you know this? Daniel touched on the fact when he was interacting with me that he was tempted to abuse his own children. Yeah, I know. But his remark to this was, well, no crime happened. I only fought it. You can't do me for thought crimes. Alright, fair point. But what sick fuck parent thinks about harming their own children or fiddling with their own children? I mean, it's okay now, he says, they're teenagers, so, you know. So if you ever have any more children, but I saw the website you put up, which has been closed down, by the way, and is under investigation. I don't know if that's gone through yet or what, but yeah, you were trying to sell your child, man, to fucking do these awful things. you are dangerous. You are fucking dangerous. And he was really worried about this video. He thought I was threatening him and all the rest of it, and that he's going to have me arrested. Okay, this will be interesting. I'm not going to dox you, my friend. 2 reasons. 1, I'm not dead sure where you live, and I don't really believe in doxing, but what I want is for the authorities to keep a fucking close eye on you, and hopefully they already are. What else we got on here so we can find some more? No, nothing really what I've not seen. I'm just trying to find some more. Oh, I think he's got more things. Oh no. Okay, so maybe we should move on to... Oh yeah, that's right. He put a chart up as well about... I can't... It's in here somewhere. A chart about children having orgasms. Like, a 5-month-old can have 3 orgasms or whatever within a certain time period. A 4-year-old can have, you know, as many orgasms on that time period. Can they? Oh, fucking... And even if they could, what, you know, this is body exploring for themselves, not for you to fucking get in there. Make me ill. So let's go and open the dialogue anyway that opened up between him and I. And my wife even got involved. Okay, so he has his own YouTube channel. If you'd like the YouTube channel, I'll see if I can put a link in the description. It's funny because he put a video up about how bad, you know, paedophiles are treated. And don't get me wrong, I sort of advocate for, don't put violence on paedophiles. You know these paedophile hunters that go out? That's great that they're doing that, okay? And they're basically baiting them. And the paedophile shows up thinking they're going to get to be able to molest a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, whatever, a minor. And it turns out, no. They've just been fucking catfished hard, and rightly so. But then these hunters fuck it up. They start abusing them, they start pushing them around, they start shouting in their face. And I understand, I probably do the same, that's a stupid thing. Don't do that, because if you start drawing in a crowd and a paedophile gets lynched, fuck, they'll put a law in so you can't do that. And we need people like you paedophile hunters out there. We need you, because you're doing great. But what you need to do, there's a lad, like I said, in Canada, I think he is, who's really good at this. He's very calm. He doesn't get mad at them or anything. He just tells them what is what, and then he hands their details to the police, or hands them himself to the police. You know what I mean? Let the police or the authorities do the talking to them and the questioning. They know what they're doing, and their emotions won't get in the way in terms of getting angry. Okay, so I'm not going to read every single thing because this video could go on forever. That's going backwards and forwards. I'm just trying to find some highlighted things about him. So yeah, anyway, on his YouTube channel, which I'll try and link in the description, or at least the comments, it's got some very sad violin music about how oppressed paedophiles are and that they have no right to love. It's not fair that they can't molest a child and that they're beaten, and yeah. Now, he says that he was really depressed by knowing that he was a paedophile and that, and he nearly killed himself. And I thought, okay, right. And then he said he was, you know, he started basically not going down this route and holding himself back and all the rest of it. And then he lost me because he said, actually, no, I embrace it, you know, and I'm gonna do it, and it's right, it is right, and, you know, okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can find out where this starts. I'm sorry if this is not really a professional video. Like I said, I'm not the best person to do this. And what I would like you reference you to other YouTubers that do a much more professional job. These are the only people of Heartprogress that I have come in contact. And Mrs. Magnitude and I will be passing on their information to the police in his area. And if we've got the wrong area, you know, hopefully they'll be able to track it down and whatnot and do what they can. Maybe he's already under investigation anyway, you know. Anyway, so he's on about sex is supposed to be a way for humans to bond. Ask yourself, how many times average couple have sex? They're obviously not doing it for recreational purposes. Since human beings are sexual beings, children are sexual beings from birth. Even at 3 years old, babies begin to masturbate in private. So what if an adult is involved? Even the smallest bodies can partake in sex. There is sexual intercourse that would not physically harm the child. physically harm a child. You don't think about that bit though, do you? Always just, you know. In practice it means cuddling, kissing, oral sex, mutual masturbation, etc. These practices can form a fun bonding experience and most likely you leave a child will come back for more. So I reply in typical magnitude rah fashion. That's exploration, you sick bitch. Because I actually thought it was a woman at first. God, the mental gymnastics you try to justify your own sick desires and gratification is unreal. You are selfish, which is a serious understatement. Stay the fuck away from children. I hope the authorities get you before you get any victims. He replies, even if it's sexual exploration, children are still sexual from birth. Just search fetal masturbation. What doesn't he understand about this? That's not for you to interfere and get your jollies and abuse. Speaking of abuse, do you have any kids of your own or access to? That's where it's going to get interesting. Yes, but I'm not interested in my own kids since they're teens now. Worrying. I did have thoughts about them then when they were younger, but back then my paedophilia is not as strong as it is now. I guess that is the fault of being divorced and there having no one to talk to about my condition. But no one chooses these conditions. I understand that bit, okay? Yes, you certainly do need help. You know, I thought he was going to go on to something then. You know, he needs help and he's going to do that. So I started opening them out to him a little bit. Yes, you certainly do need help. Seek it. Do not offend no matter what. Take ownership of your problem. It is not right or okay. This is nothing like coming out as gay, okay? This is destructive to minors in a way that can be irreparable. In the meantime, do not walk into temptation. This is why you get so little respect, because paedophiles try and justify it as okay. My latest video dealt with one that identifies as Peter Pan, even though a long time an adult, ergo it's okay for him. No! Then the real colours start coming out. Problem is, I don't feel that way anymore about paedophilia. I now feel that it's okay for paedophiles to act on their sexuality. Ding! Suppressing your sexuality would only lead to self-exploding, depressed, sick child molesters. I don't support that anymore. Paedophiles do not need help. It's people like you who lack understanding that needs help. Yes, society's problem, not theirs. We are the ones who have totally got it wrong. And this is my point. This is me speaking. You are selfish. My wife wishes to comment to you. You either need help or locking up for the safety of minors. You see, this is the point. You're on about, oh God, this would lead, if I don't act on my urges, it would lead to self-exploding, depressed, and you know. Well, sorry, as far as children and adult go, the child's innocence comes first before yours. It is your problem. If it's going to explode you, good. Don't fucking put it on the child and fuck them up too. It is not okay to act on your paedophilia. It is not lack of understanding. We understand perfectly. As I said, the mental gymnastics are something else of you. It's your problem, not society's. We have these laws to protect minors. Are we still recording? Yeah, we are. I've only got half hour, remember. 10 minutes left. You're obviously not understanding the point being made, but I couldn't care less if you do. Paedophilia does not harm children. In fact, only less than 10% of sex crimes against children are committed by paedophiles. A small fraction. The ones who threat children are non-paedophiles. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Do you realise what you just said, you freaking moron? You just said only less than 10% of crimes against children are committed by paedophiles. That... No. If you touch a child, okay, in that way, assault a child, you're a paedophile. I mean, that'd be like me going out to a gay bar and hitting on a gay guy, having sex with him and going, I'm not gay, by the way, just let you know that. I'm not even bisexual. I don't know what I was doing. One off. You keep telling yourself that, justify yourself, you are a huge risk and need taken down. Mrs. Magnitude comment is on her way, and you don't care because you're reckless and only think of your own self-gratification. That is why you are hated. When we find out your info, we'll forward it onto the authorities. I wonder if your teenage kids know that you nearly abused them. Do they know? Nearly abused them through thoughts? Go ahead, call the cops. Thought crime doesn't exist. Do not reply back either. I'll no longer allow you to misrepresent paedophiles. I think you're doing a great job of representing them yourself, to be honest with you. Oh, but you freely admit any more kids and you would. And what mother, remember I thought it was a woman at first, thinks about molesting her own kids? I ask again, do your kids know that? I told you I'm not interested in my own kids since I'm not incest sexual, but having kids tempted me to know what it feels like, but they are only thoughts. I used to feel bad about myself about these thoughts. I battled depression and suicide because of these thoughts. I no longer feel like that, and wish to let other pedophiles know they shouldn't feel like that either. It's okay to act on your sexuality. I do not support rape, if that is what you're asking. Yes, you are supporting rape, because this is a fundamental thing, okay? Children cannot consent, especially the ones where you're going on about fucking prepubescent one. I keep telling you, this isn't like, oh, you know, I fancy someone who's like a month away from the legal age or something, and you're, you know, a couple of months past it, or a year past it, 2 years, 3 years. No, 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 no. You guys are after like 4-year-olds, okay? And next time you come to my channel and say, you're a lucky man with your daughter, I don't get triggered by that sort of thing, because I know you're game and I'm not stupid, alright? So don't even think about that. And I love the way you are very, very a bit worried. Are you threatening me, clown? You call me the clown, okay? You are the clown, okay? You are the one that hides behind all these profiles and are sick in the head, okay? You really, really are ill. And you are a danger. You are a danger to children. That is the fundamental fact. I mean, you want to create a, you want to create some sort of creche where, you know, children can come and masturbate and you teach them about this? Like 4-year-olds masturbating? Get the fuck out, man. So, I also cited that, you know, child pornography is not a victimless crime as well, because the child was abused to get that. And he's like, well, viewing child pornography harms children, that's ridiculous. Lolicon is basically 2D images portraying little girls in erotic poses. These cartoons, right, so that's another issue. These are cartoons, not actual pictures. What can a paedophile use? Can they use a doll? You know, is that right? Is that wrong? I haven't really explored that option yet to think about it, but the bottom line is kids need protecting. If using dodgy drawn porn where there is, so say, no victim or a doll leads to a child being fucking, you know, fucking abused, then no, it's not cool at all. If it is actually a tactic that works and they stay completely away and stay with the doll and in private and the dodgy 2D drawn cartoon, is that okay? Because no kids were harmed in the making of this and won't be from here on. I'd love to know your thoughts, because I don't really know what to think about that at the moment. Okay, the fact of the day is, right, I have no problem with a paedophile going, shit, I'm a paedophile, they can't help this, which is true, but I got a problem. I don't want to do this. I want to keep myself away from kids. Help me. Okay, I don't want, you know, but I have a problem with paedophiles who are like, right, we need that age of consent down to fucking 4, it is right, and, you know, putting all sick things up. You're taking away innocence, okay, and it fucks them up. After you're on about, oh, it doesn't physically harm because we don't penetrate or whatever and we're gentle, that fucks them up here, mate, and that's not our fault, that's your fault. So yeah, it's pretty nuts what he's put. I mean, do you realise 90% of sex crimes against children are committed by non-paedophiles? I mean, what a stupid thing to say. Do I realise 90% of sex crimes against children are committed by non-paedophiles? How does that work out? If you touch a child sexually as a crime, you are a paedophile. Why would you have gone to that child in the first place? You know, unless you're on about someone who mistook a child, i.e. someone who's very close to of age because they're well developed as an adult. That's the only explanation I can give, thinking they're fucking an adult or raping an adult, you know? But either way, then he calls us stupid people lacking understanding a subject that needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about, alright? And that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, you are a really ill man, my friend. And you're not, actually, I'm not saying you're my friend, you're not my friend at all. Daniel Gaither, Nick Martinez, Jamie Siracusana. Yeah, you know, not good at all. So if I can get you more of your picture. There you are. He is in Heartprogress. He is an avid member of Heartprogress. 6 minutes left. And like I say, I'll keep up these videos when I come across these fools who keep coming to my channel, or, you know, I come across them or whatever and interact with. You know, if you know who this person is and you've got information, like I say, other YouTubers who are much better than this at me, this is more of just a side thing I'm doing because it's something I feel strongly about and like can't believe the audacity of it almost. And I do sort of think this is down to Omnipolitics coming out and being all brave. And actually that was pretty brave, Omni, showing your face like that, but you soon retreated. But you need educating, Omni, if anything, and get help. That's what I advocate for, help. I don't advocate for paedophiles to being fucking beaten to death and killed. Although, if they touch my own child, maybe I would do that, you know. I advocate for paedophiles for getting help, okay, and if they need locking away, need locking away. I certainly advocate for, if they're so strong in that area, to have a fucking operation, you know what I'm saying? That operation of castration, with painkillers, a proper hospital bed, a proper operation, I don't mean, you know, because rapists in the past who don't want to be rapists and have those urges have done that themselves, taken it upon themselves, and should be applauded for that. And they've had the operation, boomf, never had a dodgy thought again, never. Okay, I know you're going to say, oh, but my rights to reproduce. Well, your rights to reproduce are out of there because you already say that, you know, if you have your own kids and you thought about your own kids in that light, you know, nah. And you've had kids anyway, you know. I wonder if they still speak to you, or they know, you know, they know really what's going on inside there. It's dodgy as fuck, man. And these are the members of Heartprogress. So when James Carter comes to me and goes, well, you're misrepresenting Heartprogress. A lot of our members aren't like that. A lot of our members are paedophiles who, you know, blah, 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 virtuous paedophiles. Bullshit, James Carter. These are the people that are in your ring. It's a pie ring, and you are being used as a patsy, and you can't see it because you like to be a white knight, my friend, okay? It's cringy. It's really fucking cringy, okay? More cringier than this fucking video. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, be aware of who this guy is, and what he has done, and what he will do. He is a very high risk. And can you imagine if he managed to get this crash up and running, teaching young little girls how to masturbate? Can you imagine that? And he's taken down, man. He really does. He is a danger and has no interest in trying to help himself, sort himself out. And, you know, he's an opportunist. He is going to offend pretty soon, as you know, as soon as he can. If not has done, and will carry on, you know. It's insane. Anyway, that's about it for me, Furtless. You know, just... wow, it blows my mind each time. Like I said, I thought checking the time. Sorry, I thought I met my you know, match in terms of understanding special snowflakes and stuff with Hypersonic. You know, that was a good one. That I can't be a paedophile because I identify as a, you know, 8-year-old boy or whatever. So therefore, I'm the same age as them. So no, science says you've been on this planet a lot longer than 18 years. A lot longer than 18 years. Okay, so you can be Peter Pan all you want, but it's amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. So yeah, just looking at some of his other shit. Oh dear, pedosexuals. I love the way they don't call themselves paedophiles. Well, they call themselves pedosexuals because, you know, sounds a bit nicer, doesn't it? Sounds a bit nicer. But yeah, Heartprogress is up and running again. With only 15 members for the moment of this video, with James Carter, White Knight in it all the way. But Daniel Gaither, Nick Martinez. I hope people, the kids that are in your circle are safe from you. I really fucking do, okay? I really do. And once we find out where you are, I'm going to be passing on, Mrs. Magnitude especially, will be passing on your details to the authorities in your area. Hopefully you're under investigation already. I really, really hope so. Take care, Furtless. That's all from me. Take care. And remember, alright, something fulfilling and good to remember. I can't, my head's just swirling with what the fuck? What the fuck? Remember, this is the face of such a person. You cannot judge a book by its cover. What I mean by that is, paedophiles don't necessarily look greasy. I mean, this guy, you'd never know. Look at him. He looks okay, doesn't he? Looks normal, looks fine. It's what's inside that counts, you know? And, it's just insane. I wonder what offences he's done and how far he will go. But this is the one to watch for. This is the one that is high risk. This is the one that will, and freely admits he will. Take care. Bye-bye, Furtless.